We're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Marketing Edge on TV is a leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, industry conversation, all in a mix, encompassing in-depth and thorough analysis with the aim of promoting the brand idea. I am Bababumi Agbibi. Welcome to the program.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. In brand news, the Advertisers Association of Nigeria, ADVAN, lit up the marketing world with its 13th African Awards for Marketing Excellence, themed control kiosks, mastering marketing in a hyper-connected world.
One of the objectives of the award is that we want to improve the quality of our marketing activities and the quality of our marketing outputs so that brands can grow and there can be much marketing effectiveness while they do this.
Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, reaffirmed the government's commitment to economic diversification, digital transformation and a business-friendly environment. While ADVAN President Osamide Oumbambwen highlighted the rising role of AI in marketing, he urged Nigeria to build local AI data for industry growth and also called for democratization of regulatory bodies.
We need democracy in our industry. We don't have a council. If we had a council, which the law has in 2022 had given us, many of the quarrels, the argument you see on the pages of the newspaper, the back and front, will be in a room, would agree among ourselves, we vote, and then those policies will come to life because rules and regulations are made for man and man for not for rules and regulations.
In just over 100 days, the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment has embarked on a transformative journey to drive Nigeria's economic diversification through strategic policies, and we're really pleased to listen to you. I think it's always important to listen to stakeholders. All of you, well, some of you know my antecedents on ease of doing business, so I got the memo that the president was sending to me. I understood where you're going at, but just know that we've heard, we've seen, we've understood what you're saying, and we recognize that in fulfilling Mr. President's 8-point agenda and growing this economy, it is indeed a democracy, and you know that Mr. President is a champion of democracy. So we're taking the message back and discussing with our colleagues.
A standing ovation, please, for Chief Dr. Anthony Aleto.
Honoring top industry professionals, the event saw the debut of the industry leadership category, recognizing corporate giants like Abubakar Suleiman of Sterling Bank, Dr. Stella Okoli of Emzo Pharmaceuticals, Aliko Dangote, Barrister Allen Ifechukwu-Yema, Chief Executive Officer of Airpeace Limited, and several others for their outstanding roles in driving Nigeria's economic growth. The awards ceremony recognized excellence among brands across multiple categories, with several brands emerging winners in diverse categories. The night also celebrated Marketing Edge's senior reporter, Abimbola Mohammed, as Brand Journalist of the Year, cementing her impact in industry reporting. Some students were also recognized with the Future Leaders Award category. Some of the guests and award winners expressed their excitement over the award while commending the organizers for the expansion of the categories.
Thank you so very much, Advan. We appreciate you and we continue to partner with you.
With its grand celebrations and recognition of top marketing professionals and brands, the 2025 ADVAN African Awards for Marketing Excellence reinforced the association's commitment to industry advocacy, professional growth, and marketing innovation in Nigeria. The first of its kind 3D display in Abuja, located at Maitama Roundabout, targets an elite audience, while Lagos' massive installation along the Third Mainland Bridge captivates millions daily with lifelike visuals. Managing Director, Engineer Sir Chidozie Mbanefo, says the innovation is set to revolutionize brand engagement and redefine Nigeria's urban landscape. With plans for more installations in Victoria Island and Port Harcourt, New Crystal is pushing the boundaries of out-of-home advertising. Next is Branding Focus after this break.
How far, Niger? Welcome to the Glow Cafe app. Come in. Because it's time for an upgrade. Your own personal Glow Cafe app open 24/7. Welcome to bigger, better, smarter. Welcome to total control of your data, your airtime. Mom, I'll call you back. How you buy? I'll send you data. How you share and how you recharge. Movies, gaming, music. All in one place. Welcome to more value. Download the upgraded Glow Cafe app and get more data. Get 100% recharge bonus and get a massive 100 gigabytes data bonus when you register. Want it all? Download all this into this. Unlimited.
Aha! Is there a
bro, I tell you, this match 3-0.
Okay.
If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball. Ah, you know what? You go shot.
Bro.
Now we got this match.
Keep the banter going with Glow Borrow Me Credit or Data. Dial star 303 hash to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is it ready?
Power your relentless ambition with ultra high speed data. Glow Unlimited.
How far, Niger? Welcome to the Glow Cafe app. Come in. Because it's time for an upgrade. Your own personal Glow Cafe app open 24/7. Welcome to bigger, better, smarter. Welcome to total control of your data, your airtime. Mom, I'll call you back. How you buy? I'll send you data. How you share and how you recharge. Movies, gaming, music. All in one place. Welcome to more value. Download the upgraded Glow Cafe app and get more data. Get 100% recharge bonus and get a massive 100 gigabytes data bonus when you register. Want it all? Download all this into this.
Unlimited. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now, brand in focus. Brands today are defined not just by what they sell, but by the values they uphold. Businesses are embedding fairness, equity, and inclusion into their operations, moving beyond profit to drive real change. In Nigeria, First Bank is championing financial inclusion by supporting underserved communities and women-led businesses. MTN Nigeria is bridging the digital divide through ICT training, ensuring digital access for more people. Globally, brands are integrating activism into the business models, advocating for climate justice, fair labor, and ethical sourcing. Some payment platforms are blocking transactions that fund 8 groups while promoting financial equity. A 2023 Edelman survey found that 63% of consumers buy or boycott brands based on their stance on social issues. With Gen Zs and millennials demanding accountability, silence is no longer neutral, it's complicity. As businesses navigate a changing world, the question remains, Is your brand just making profits, or is it making a difference? That was Branding Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we speak with industry thought leaders who have distinguished themselves and have made tremendous impact in the field. Our guest today is LANRE ASHAOLU, the Managing Director of Pulley Limited. Join us after this break.
Aha!
Bro, I tell you, this match 3-0.
Okay.
If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball, fast ball. You know what? You go something.
Bro.
Now we got this match.
Keep the banter going with Glow Borrow Me Credit or Data. Dial star 303 hash to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is it ready?
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow Unlimited.
How far, Niger? Welcome to the Glow Cafe app. Come in. Because it's time for an upgrade. Your own personal Glow Cafe app open 24/7. Welcome to bigger, better, smarter. Welcome to total control of your data, your airtime. Mom, I'll call you back. How you buy? I'll send you data. How you share and how you recharge. Movies, gaming, music, all in one place. Welcome to more value. Download the upgraded Glow Cafe app and get more data. Get 100% recharge bonus and get a massive 100 gigabytes data bonus when you register. Want it all? Download all this into this.
Glow Unlimited.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
On Industry Conversation today, we'll be speaking with the Managing Director of Pulley Limited, an out-of-home advertising agency, LANRE ASHAOLU. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now let's get straight into it. Your agency is one of the best in the out-of-home industry. Now, what have you been doing differently?
Well, we haven't been doing much in the sense that we adhere strictly to our core values. And our core values centers around professionalism, integrity, accountability, teamwork, and consistency. That is what drives what we do in the industry.
Okay. Now, comparing the out-of-home industry in Nigeria and the global environment, how would you rate Nigeria's performance?
I say Nigeria is doing very well compared to global activities in other continents. The reason why I say so is because FPL Media is a member of World Out-of-Home Organization. That's the global body for out-of-home advertising companies. And I've been privileged to attend conferences, seminars on a global scale at different continents. And I've been able to see what we are doing in Nigeria with what the rest of the world is doing. And I can tell you with all confidence and authority that we're doing a great job with respect to innovation, quality of service for brands that we cater to here in Nigeria versus what is done abroad also.
I like the fact that you touched about attending conferences outside the country. Now, what do you think Nigerian companies, out-of-home companies, need to learn? You know, getting all this knowledge you get from outside the country, what do you think we need to learn?
Well, most importantly, I hammer on professionalism and quality service delivery because our industry is one of the oldest medium of communication out of home, and while other traditional medium are declining, out of home is still witnessing a boom. The only challenge we face is the digital marketing space, which is growing day by day and eating into the budget of traditional channels. Now, what do we need to do to remain relevant and to stay ahead of the game? I simply tell you that we just need to remain professional, we need to remain focused, and we need to have our innovative ideas on. Also need to see how to blend in digital marketing to out of home so that we can propagate what we do to the rest of the world and our consumer audiences.
Propagating, adding digital marketing to out-of-home industry. Does it look viable?
Very much viable. It's already working. And why I say so is because what happens in the environment is what feeds activities on the digital space. So traditional feeds digital. Everything you see online is an abstract from what happens in the real world. So out of home is part of the environment. And when we capture activities in the environment, including out of home campaigns, we need to find a way to blend it into digital marketing initiatives so that we can further propagate it to the rest of the world to see that out of home is there as a strong medium to deliver on its campaign promises to brands and their customers.
Looking at the economic situation of the country, how would you advise practitioners to stand still and be able to achieve profitability?
Well, I think this is the mid-year of the current administration's tenure, and the good thing is that we are seeing some stability in economic policies, and that allows everybody to be able to plan. And for the first time in decades, Nigeria is achieving what I call energy sufficiency. So with that in place, it's a good pointer that economic activities will continue to go unhindered, and with clarity and stability in the system, everybody should just improve on their planning for their businesses.
Okay, now looking at other countries and the whole world, do you think now the environment positions Nigerian out-of-home industry in the right setting?
Very much so. Nigeria is a developing economy, and a developing economy needs lots of infrastructure development. Infrastructure development aids the development of the out-of-home space, and with regular completion of infrastructure projects in the economy, more channels for out-of-home keep springing up. So there's a lot of opportunity and growth potential for the out-of-home industry in Nigeria.
Okay, FPL has been part of the creative disruption that's been happening over time. Now, how well do you think we need this creative disruption in the out-of-home industry?
We need it every day because the out-of-home industry has been somewhat conservative in their ways of doing business. But we at FPL will bring in some vibrancy into the way we interact with our audiences. And that vibrancy hasn't been gone unnoticed over the past years, courtesy of their recognitions from the industry.
Okay, what are your thoughts on your contemporaries, the way they redefine the whole out-of-home industry? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts on their activities are welcome because it's a step in the right direction. We need more forward-thinking players in the space to lift the industry up collectively.
Okay, would you say your agency's ability to leverage technology, do you think it's been profitable? Has it been building achievements?
Oh yes, it has been. From day one, it has been. If not, we would not integrate technology into our businesses.
Okay, so what's the gap between digital and traditional advertising that you think needs to be filled?
Well, the simple truth is that both channels have their strengths and weaknesses, despite the fact that digital seems to get a lot of attention these days. Reason being said is because digital is a new phenomenon, whether we like it or not. Traditional media has been there for decades, and consumer preferences and dynamics will sometimes want to experience all channels of communication. But the out-of-home has what I call the cheapest cost per thousand in terms of delivery to audiences for any brand. And that is a big advantage we have over all channels of communication, which brands that do know what they do leverage on when running or planning an advertising campaign.
I guess what's your projection for this sector in 2025? Where do you see the sector going to?
Well, I see the sector experiencing a year-on-year growth compared to the previous year's performance because, like I mentioned earlier, there's stability in the economy right now, so people can plan properly with their businesses.
Okay, what about FPL? What are the projections for it? What should we be looking forward to this new year?
We have been churning out innovative executions, innovative delivery for our brands, stakeholders. Expect more of that this year. Lots of exciting projects in the pipeline, which we'll be unveiling on a quarterly basis.
Okay, so how is FPL positioned in the market worldwide? Now let's start with Nigeria and worldwide.
Well, I tell you with all confidence and humility that we are a leader of one company in the country. We've executed some of the most ambitious and complex campaigns, And our clientele speaks to that because we cater to virtually all sectors of Nigeria's economy. And that is something that only a leading player can offer. And our diversity lies in our strength of our portfolio nationwide.
Let's talk about your membership with World Out of Home Organization. What impact does it have with your organization in Nigeria and the activities it has to play?
Well, thank you. Our membership with WOOH, that's the World Out of Home Organization, has been an interesting one in the sense that FPL has been able to benchmark her activities with global players across all continents and across all countries where WOOH has members in. And that benchmark has been able to let us know where our strength lies, where our weakness lies, and what are the areas that we need to do to fine-tune to improve our services to our customers and clientele. But I'll tell you for a fact, at FPL, what we are doing is commendable and it can be equated to what other global players do. Because if you don't go out of your comfort zone to see what's happening, you may not have that picture of what is obtainable elsewhere. So that's why I said previously that the Nigerian out-of-home market is a very vibrant market and we are doing great and commendable things in the industry.
Okay, so what trends should we look out for in 2025 in the out-of-home industry?
Well, generally, there's been a increased interest in non-conventional out-of-home advertising because I get tired of the status quo. I get bored easily, and I like to tell our clients that whilst you have a budget for out-of-home, split it into conventional and non-conventional. The non-conventional has a longer talkability than the conventional, and the non-conventional stands out and makes your brand unique in the industry and the marketplace.
Okay, so do you think this out-of-home industry is going to overtake the conventional media, that's the television, radio advertising industry?
It will overtake, it is overtaking. It's happening already because the traditional channels you mentioned, they're experiencing a constant decline because digital is encroaching into their space day by day. Radio, for example, you have internet radios, which you can easily access on your mobile devices. TV, you have the likes of your streaming devices, which also reduces the audience and consumership on TV. But out of home is part of the environment. As long as you're a human being, you move around from your house to your place of interest, be it work, social function. The out of home holdings and platforms, they're in the environment, subtly at your face at intersections, junctions, major hubs such as malls, gardens, parks. They are there. So it is part of the environment and is here to stay.
So I'm not really sure if there are numbers, but if there are numbers, how would you judge the out-of-home sector and the television, radio, the numbers they give, the outputs they give? How would you judge these numbers?
Well, there are global bodies that deal with ratings and audience membership and consumership of all these channels of communication. And there's also research that has shown what consumer habits and choices and preferences are. Most of the consumer choices and preferences, alongside with the growing demographics of younger people, has shown clearly that there's a shift from traditional consumership of media to digital. But among the major channels in the traditional space, the out-of-home still stands tall and still stands out because it is in the environment and it can be integrated with digital media. So there is no talk of decline in the traditional space. All what the out-of-home sector needs to do is to consolidate on the beauty of the environment and ensure that they deliver breathtaking campaigns to brands and audiences.
Okay, so who is LANRE ASHAOLU outside work? Let's come up close and personal.
Well, behind the work face, I'm a very easygoing, jovial person. I do spend time doing lots of private research, reading. I love current affairs. I love to stay informed with trends and what's going on. And I do like to have a good time off work so that I can refresh myself when the work resumes the following day.
So when you see your good jobs outside, as LANRE ASHAOLU, what strikes your mind? You know, you're driving past and you see this. What strikes your mind when you say it?
A sense of fulfillment, because a quality job done means that you're going to get more work to do. The reward for more good job is more work.
It's been an interesting conversation with the Managing Director of Pulley Limited, LANRE ASHAOLU. Thank you very much for being part of this.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming around too.
Many thanks for watching. I am Bababumi Agbedi.